Alex Capriello with News Nation. A question about the conditions yesterday. Obviously, you just explained the extent of the snowstorms that came over the past few days. Wondering if there's been any developments or any comment about what exactly it was like on the runway in terms of iciness or wind gusts. Last night we heard the fire chief say that he did not believe that that played a role in this crash at all. Is that still the theory here? And if so, do we have any developments on what caused the crash if it wasn't weather related?
Okay.
Yeah, this would not be a time for us to have theory or to speculate on what caused the crash. So as I shared, we have a number of agencies that are here that are responsible for doing a thorough and full and complete investigation to determine all the causal factors. And we are looking forward to getting those results and to sharing those. And those will be shared very publicly once they are received.
And I understand that if you don't want to speculate about the crash, but can you tell us then what the condition of the runway was like at that time of the impact? I mean, was it slick? Have your teams been able to determine that?
I look forward to sharing all of that information at the proper time. Again, those are all the details that are going to be covered during this investigation, and that is active currently.
Hi there, Vio Sai from the New York Times. I have one question and a follow-up. Does air traffic control handle CRJs differently than other aircraft in crosswinds?
The air traffic control is responsible, NAV Canada, for all of the aircraft activity here at Toronto Pearson and in the surrounding areas. They will have to respond differently themselves as to how they manage those aircraft uniquely.
And then how do you decide to pause operations because of wind, and who makes that decision?
That is a cross-collective decision that is made between NAV Canada and the pilots during live operations. We are not pausing operations. We do have a slowdown in the operations due to 2 of our runways being closed for operations at this time, and those are the key contributing factors to the delays.
Last question. There's no Delta or TSB representatives on the stage with you right now. Are you able to speak to why they're not present?
We've been very much in communication with all of those involved, all of the agencies, Delta Airlines and others. We've all had quite extensive communication. They've been in our EOC, our Emergency Operations Center. So the system and the response to the accident is working as planned and going quite well with our partners.
John Worrell with the Associated Press. 2 questions. One is the 2 people who remain in the hospital. Any timeline on how long they may remain?
I do not have that information.
Do you know what condition they're in?
What we do know is that, again, 19 of those that were hospitalized are no longer hospitalized. The 2 that remain, none face life-threatening injuries from what we've been briefed and what Delta Airlines has released as well.
And just finally, Deborah, given what we saw from all the videos that are on social media, and I'm sure what you've seen internally, how is it more remarkable that everyone was able to, survive this incident?
There are so many factors that lead us to have gratitude today. Again, I cannot commend enough the crew, the flight attendants, pilots, and our emergency responders for their quick and effective response. It's really incredible, and when you see that aircraft, it just makes you really thankful for all the safety checks that go into running this one of the world's safest air transportation systems.
Okay, we'll take questions now from the first responders, please.
Good morning, Momin Qureshi from 680 News Radio. My question really is, last check, the Wreckage was still out there on the runway. I just wanted to know if we know how long that will be out there and what kind of impact that's having on service here at the airport.
Yeah, so as I shared, yes, that the remains of the aircraft will remain on the runway while the investigators are performing their reviews. We expect that could be about 48 hours. And so until that time, 2 of our runways will remain closed, and that is affecting the volume of traffic that we're having. So passengers should be looking and working with their airlines, checking our website for information on delays and potential cancellations as well for the next several days.
Just as a follow-up to that, then, I've been upstairs, as many of us have, talking to passengers, and many of them, most of them, all of them really are understanding of the ripple effect, but are extremely frustrated by the lack of information or conflicting information. So just what do you say to your passengers right now who are trying to get themselves on flights to their destinations, but are left feeling frustrated by conflicting information or a lack of information?
We are here very much at the airport to support and provide passenger care for people that might find themselves here at their airport and have their flights disrupted. So we'll continue to provide that customer care for them. But in the interim, please do check with your airlines, check your website, and check your apps for your most updated flight information.